Hi guys, welcome to another Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 playthrough. We're picking up where we left off on the last stream, in fact right where we were standing, I guess. We got a new case. We got the invitation from Vogel. I think we should go and do that. We still have some Cordona stories, and we still have a couple of small cases, so maybe we'll do a main case and then we'll come and do some of these small cases, but I do want to carry on with the main story as well. Buying up items. Actually, you know what? Before we get started, why don't I do that? Why don't we just quickly buy a couple of items for the house, and then we'll go do the main case. We'll go see Vogel. He's waited a while. I think I have stuff I can buy over there still. Okay, we are right next to a fast travel. Convenient. And then there's one there. I think the guy was over here? Yeah, down here. It's this guy.
One man's trash is another man's furniture.
Yeah, but it's my furniture.
Maybe something will catch your eye.
You mean shit that I used to own will catch my eye? Yeah, that's right. We still had to buy these. I'll buy the music box and I'll buy the weird crap.
You like what you bought?
Hope you enjoyed it, because it's mine now. I've only got 13 money left, so there we go. Let's move on, because we can't do anything with a mother's love for now until we do another main case anyway. Now we have to go see Vogel. The fast travel was over here, right? Verna? I don't know. Vogel has... Where am I going? I just ran right past it. Invited me to the, to a place. That's not where I need to be. I want to go to the Stonewood Manor real quick. We'll take a look at the stuff we just bought, see if there's any information about them, and then we'll move on. To Kurt Machio's mansion, located on Turquoise Lane across from Cordona Abbey. That's right. That's where we need to be. Cordona Abbey. And apparently we don't know why. I think the note was just like, please come quick. It is of the utmost urgency. And we'll be like, Vogel, what are you getting us into now? What manner of nonsense have you lined up for us? All right. I get the feeling the jar of offal stuff probably went in here. Oh, wait, what? Why does that still have a marker? That is weird. Yeah, the jar of offal I'm most interested in, like, what was this? We already looked at some of this stuff anyway. It may have ended up in one of the other rooms where we aren't allowed in yet, though. Probably did. I just expected it to be in here. Or it's in the kitchen. It could be in the kitchen. Do we have the kitchen yet? I don't think we do. There's also the music box that we got. Is it in her room? Or this back room first? In the study? I don't see anything new. Ah, there's the music box. So it just plays the music when you listen to it. Okay. Let me just... Actually, you know what, guys? I think the game's a bit on the quiet side. Let me just fix that volume. I don't think they would have put the jar of, like, entrail offcuts in his room, but you never know. This is Sherlock. He's a bit creepy. Oh, yeah, look, he's got jars of shit here, look.
Coal dust
Oh, that
from
was the...
Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city.
That was the dirt collection, right.
Scoured the island top to bottom for these
I remember that.
samples.
So he does have that stuff at least. So yeah, those bits of things we just bought, they're somewhere. I don't know where. That's not our biggest concern. I just wondered if there was any little tidbits to be said. Okay, so Turquoise Lane. Let's have a look at the map. There's the Abbey there. Turquoise Lane is there. It's located on there, across from the Abbey. Okay. Guess we'll just go here. And we'll go around the Abbey. Is this the place right up there? That looks like the kind of place we're supposed to be going, 'cause this is Turquoise Lane, right? And there's nothing else on this tiny little street apart from this place. Do I have to get him round this side, though? That's like a back gate there, isn't it? Yeah, this looks like the place. Hello?
Welcome to the Manchios Mansion.
The Manchios Mansion. Okay, Manchios. That's the name. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. I'm not supposed to come here like this. He gave us a damn disguise to wear so we don't, you know, get unwanted attention. We're supposed to put on this weird-ass robe and pretend like we belong in some kind of freaky, eyes wide shut style cult thing. Ugh. I don't know what we're gonna see here, guys. Those of a sensitive disposition may want to avert their eyes. We may be about to see some disgusting shit. Either that or we're gonna enter a Hitman level and we're infiltrating Providence.
May I ask you something?
Hello?
Oh, sir, I'm afraid I don't know about that.
All right.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
He sounds so upset about it. Oh, welcome, sir. I hope you enjoy yourself. Oh, I've seen things I can't unsee.
There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
Oh my. Oh my. Is that a chocolate fountain? I bet it's wine, isn't it? Vogel, is that you? We need to look for somebody with glasses on the front. He'll have the mask on and then he'll have his little side frame glasses there as well, like taped to the front of them.
About these people here. Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
Oh, God, is this another John bet? John, we're barely through the door and already he's like, I'm gonna bet you can't do this. Yeah, this was the invitation, right. Okay. John asked me to look for information he might use to write an article about exposing the elite. I mean, what the hell else does he need to see here? Look at this. This is obvious right about
Vogel's
it.
gallery has a backer, I see.
Mm-hmm. So this is the guy who was backing the gallery. Can I go through here? This isn't private, is it? Oh. Oh, John making himself at home is like, oh, hell yeah, the ladies.
Manchios had to enforce the masks.
Uncover the identity of a disclosure scandal. Lost a bet, no. Uninvited priest, no. Offended a duchess. Too ugly without a mask. Someone was sick. Political crisis. Too poor to attend, no. Fired after incident. Cheating groom. Oh, there we go, we got it. You got it. I don't know, have they been, has that toned down in difficulty? Because I felt like if I got like 3 things wrong, I was screwed in these in the past. Now they seem to not be. I wonder if they patched it somehow. People describe a scandal from a previous party. The vice-governor Cowden was found by his wife to be a Prussian duchess in the company of young men. Although the marriage was intended to be a political one, the emotions of the Duchess were real. The incident instigated a political crisis between Cordona and Prussia, although there were only a few notes of protest. The governor fired his protege. That vice-governor. Damn, bro.
That's what I like about this party. Bring me more dirt, Sherry. One more piece, and I can expose these base hedonists.
He wants me to overhear more conversations then. Okay, well I can do that. Apparently. Circulate the room. Oh, God. John, get down from there.
Sherlock, they made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine. Go is it a guess?
Blood fountain. It's probably meant to represent blood. And of course, the blind pianist.
Do not distract me. It's not easy to play blindfolded.
I'm just going to nudge the piano around a little bit just to fuck with him. Like, stop it.
What was here before Manchiosa's found?
Oh, I lost it there. Gotta get close, but not. Eerie history of the mansion. Ruins? No. Expensive wine? Nothing to do with it. Mysterious disappearance. Ancestral home? Fraud? Nope. Occultists? Magic circles? Was it an awakened cult? Before Mantius' family, the mansion was owned by an occultist architect. He dedicated his life to conducting a powerful ritual from the forgotten tome, Necronomicon. But the ordinary magic circles proved too weak for it. That was why he built this mansion. Did he make, like, a supernatural antenna? Are we dealing with the guy from Ghostbusters who made that apartment building? A magnet of spiritual energy? Yeah. So he built the mansion. Keen eye might notice its shapes correspond with certain magical symbols, and some walls have cavities. One day, did they go to a dentist? One day, the architect simply disappeared, and ash stain on the floor was all that remained. Perhaps he was successful in his endeavor. Oh yeah, dude's in hell now.
Bring them down, this scoop. Thank you, Sherlock.
Yep. Cheating vice-governors.
Do not guarantee privacy.
John.
And you still need a crack, despite being ethereal.
Again, there's an admission from Sherlock that John doesn't really exist. Shows that he's comfortable with it.
Romantic poetry and prose. Someone's in touch with their feelings.
That does show that he's kind of into,
Codex Orchis.
you know,
Why
at
does
peace
this
with the fact that he has an imaginary friend. That's interesting.
These medieval botany and chemistry books look even more satanic than the occult ones.
Okay. Well, we should probably just go ahead. What's John written? Yes. Eavesdropping. Sherry and I make a good sleuthing team. That's my Sherry. What are these documents that I have? Wallowing in Mud with Cordona's Elite by John. Have you noticed that pigs are always somewhere to be found around filth? The same can be said about certain members of Cordona's Elite found at the Mantius mansion. The cream of society has a thirst for lust, dirt, and nefarious deeds. Perverse, corrupt officials prefer to solve political issues behind the velour curtains. Cowden, the vice-governor, for example, his political marriage collapsed when internal affairs with Prussia. Where do you suppose this took place? At a party of Mr. Kurt Mantius. Not to mention that this is the puddle of waste that is being nurtured in a mansion that once belonged to a crazed architect, a place where every shape and edge has an occult meaning. Cordona's elite feel safe and fine there, to be sure. This is a short summary of a single evening, but I am sure, yeah, there's like 10 minutes, but I'm sure there is more to uncover. However, my hard work won't affect the run of my newspaper. John, the journalist. Interesting. Okay. So we need to look around for Mr. Vogel, I guess. And then we can properly explore the place. Ooh. This is a fire hazard, leaving these unattended. I guess we can't go there yet. There was a guy on a balcony overlooking the scene, right? So that might have been Vogel. He could be kind of hanging out upstairs, but we can't get up the stairs. I guess we just ask folk.
Well, there's beauties. Manches is the best, as always. Well, there's beauties. Manches.
Do not distract me. It's not easy to play blindfolded.
Hey, handsome. I see that look in your eyes.
Well then. Apparently we don't just ask around. What if we talk to the staff?
Help me, please.
Help me, please.
Take it personally, sir. But I know nothing.
They
about
do.
this.
The staff sounds so perturbed. I don't blame them, but geez, they clearly don't want to be here.
May I ask you something? I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
I am
Oh my God, John, shut
when you
up.
find the answer.
Yeah, we need to find Vogel, don't we? Is there a way to find him in this crowd? How do we find him? Is he through here? Oh, okay. He's through here, apparently.
Sherlock! Friend! I wasn't sure you'd come.
Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world.
Please don't. This world is fucked up. I don't like it.
What is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation.
Did you literally just want me to come to a
You've earned
debauchery
some time
party?
yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such
Oh,
melancholy.
I'm not alone. I have my imaginary friend.
My travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. Time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, and something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
That would be pointless. I think would be a Sherlock answer. Reckless, maybe, but pointless as well, because of its recklessness.
My mind already operates at a far higher level than most. I struggle to believe anything could improve it. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next? Visit the victims?
I don't want to know if I'm right or not. We did this last time.
And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within
I have a
that
particular
mandate.
skill set.
Because afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course.
Oh, no, I don't say that. Just other people.
There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable...
Don't drink the roofie. Sherlock, don't. Yeah, I think I'd rather study it. May I run it through a chemical analysis? I always carry my chemistry set in my little pouch bag. My
If this
man
solution
purse.
truly does assist with thinking, then well, perhaps it would be puerile to overlook an opportunity to study it. I'll take it with me.
Yes, Sherlock.
Yes, yes, take it with you.
Our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key.
Bro,
It
I'm
opens the
sorry,
altar
I'm
room
drunk.
past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk.
He'll be dead.
I'll join you in a minute.
We're gonna find a dead body. This is his roundabout way of saying, you need to go back there and, you know, figure this out, because the man has died. Yeah. I was expecting some other shoe of the kind to drop. Yeah. Alright, altar room. Was it through here? Yes, it was. I'm guessing this is it. Yep, a dead body, ritually sacrificed, no less.
My God.
John in his ice cream outfit.
Whole time.
This kind of takes the seriousness away from the revelation that there's an ice cream man standing over the body. You're like, oh man, look at this shit. Oh boy. Oh, this is why you don't fuck around with occult shit. God.
This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive. The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
Mouse-like. Never heard anything described as smelling mouse-like.
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony.
Drugs, debauchery, and human sacrifice.
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars. This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
Yes, male and female. Well done, Sherlock. Of course, not actual stone, though. Just, you know... just wood panels held up by scaffold. Yeah. All theatre. What do we got? I'm going to look at the body last. I'm going to look around first. Check the scene, as it were. Well, we found where they keep the spare cushions.
What about a quick pillow fight?
Nah, I'd win because you don't exist. It wouldn't really be fair to have a pillow fight with a man who can't even lift the pillow. Cigars.
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
I don't know about that. One of them's still burning. What do we got here? Riding crop?
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
People just leaving their sex toys lying around? Okay. Ooh.
Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
Yeah, surprisingly, bottles don't break that easily when you smack someone in the head with them. It's very, very serious. Only happens in movies. So there's a bloodstain on the floor here. So something happened here. Somebody was whacked with the bottle. What else have we got in the case book that I should be pinning? I guess we should pin the crime scene itself. Here we go. Now we find more. A dozen drops of
The
blood.
wounded person was here for some time.
They probably just steadied themselves
A bloody handprint on an armchair.
against the chair. And it's the left hand, so they kind of held on to the thing and the blood was coming out of this side of their head. So the blood would have been coming out of the right side of their head while they kind of just steadied themselves. They tried to stagger out, maybe, and then turned around. And then staggered this way.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
Hmm. Well, the crack is to the left side of the head, though, so...
A blunt
That's
force
interesting.
trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage.
So if that is the bottle wound... Must have really been, like, holding their arm out wide for the blood to be that far away from the sofa. Or there was someone else here who did get brained in the head by a bottle. Tattoo covers a mark of slave brand.
Tattoo partially covers a slave branding.
Ooh. The knife went in here. Yes, Sherlock, thank you. It's got a kind of a... Wasn't this knife in The Awakened? I kind of remember this... Maybe it wasn't this color? But didn't we find a knife like this in The Awakened with the serpent coiled around it?
This golden handle has a bloodstain on it.
Yeah, there's a bloodstain on the handle, so someone else was injured, and then they used the knife to kill.
The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it.
Yeah, death grip.
This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood.
I mean, it is possible the dude stabbed himself, but if he's clenching there and there's no blood in that hand, someone else was here, someone else was injured. Doesn't look as though there's anything else. There's one more thing we need to find here, supposedly. Not the blood on the fabric. The knife wound itself, I guess. It didn't highlight, but now the knife is out.
Strike reached the heart. He died right here.
I mean, that's a strike to the heart as well. Like, that kills fairly quickly, I would imagine. So if he used his hand to stab himself... But why would he get hit in the head by a bottle and then stab himself? That's weird. Someone else was hit by that bottle, I think, not this guy. That could have been a retaliatory strike. Okay. Is there anything else back here then? So I guess we then be going back to talk to Vogel and be like, bro, you didn't say nothing about dead bodies. 1 minute you're offering me... Did he give me a bit of that weird-ass booze? No, he didn't. We said we'd take it for chemical analysis, but I guess we really didn't. But first you're offering me spiked drinks, then you're giving me dead bodies. Oh, Wilson Fisk was here.
Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio, Manchos.
What's the chances that the person on the altar's called Fabio? More masks?
Would you recognise me in one of these? I suppose not.
I don't know. The clothes I put you in might give you away. Wearing like an ice cream outfit and the mask. Gee, where's John? I have no idea. That looks like a key. Yeah. With an F on it?
The key is similar
A
to the one
Fabio?
that Vogel gave me. The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
That's Fabio's key. Then he came here to find some cufflinks from Mancio. I mean, that might be Mancio as well. Actually, no, they said that, didn't they? That it was him. But why would he have a slave mark? Or did he? I don't remember now.
Decorations and tools for a more detailed set.
Huh. A missing robe. With a wet
Identical to the
handprint.
robes the guests are wearing.
Is it possible that somebody washed off? Ah, yeah.
Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to apparently to rinse blood down a drain and not have it collect in the drain, apparently.
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it.
Yeah, so they came here, cleaned off, put on a robe, and blended into the crowd. What do we got here? Give me more dirt. Manchios's note. Don't ignore the guests, Matista, and stop boring them. They don't want to hear about your fishing trip last year. It's boring. Yeah, they don't want to hear about about your stupidities. They want to feel how beautiful they are and how generous you can be toward them. You are here to please and celebrate life. Remember, each guest paid a great deal to be with you,
How can
Manchios.
anyone accept such behaviour?
You'd be surprised, John.
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal.
And then the book.
This is a different ritual.
Found the scenario of some sorts of a ritual with a remark written at the beginning. It says, read and rehearse this rite, Manchios. The naked woman lies on an altar on a bed of flowers, like out there, symbolizing Mother Gaia. The one who leads the ritual oils the body of the woman to awaken the inner fertility. We all know where this is going. Participants should chant at this moment and call for the man who can please Mother Gaia. Yep, don't like this very much. Then the man who will impersonate the principle of life may come to engage in sexual congress with her. Yep. That's basically what I expected. Everything awful. The cupboard. Oh. Oh.
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains.
More blood. So we've got a bloody robe hidden. Somebody cleaned off, grabbed a clean robe, and probably a mask from the rack over there, and re-blended into the crowd. Can I interact with that? Nope, that's not a pip. Okay. What's back here is this room. Okay. Yeah, so we've got the pillow storage. And we've got the couch where the bottle strike happened. And yeah, the altar was... Oh, hey, Vogel. The altar was prepared for one ritual, and it ended up becoming this. Alright. Let's have a look. I have Mind Palace shit I can work with, but we'll deal with that in a moment. Let's talk to Vogel about this.
Werner, care to explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant.
There's that, and then there's this.
Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's
That's
anything
murder.
left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm
This is not normal conversation, Werner.
consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances, my attention slips and drifts. But I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr.
To sneak me in here,
We
probably.
can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner.
Bear in mind, he's been waiting at this party while we were solving the man in the safe case for several days. And he's like, where the fuck is he? I found a body and I sent a message from him. I even sent him the damn clothing for it and he's not here. Like, He's been keeping this party going for a while, like, oh, guys, no, don't go home yet. We can open another cask of wine or something and keep the music playing. Blind pianist, meanwhile, is like, bitch, my fingers have gone numb. I just want to go home. Okay, tell me about nights like these.
What is it about these nights that you are so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but
What?
they are in the shadows.
Raffle Monk!
People gather to test
We got a
their
monk
value in
raid!
a safe and consensual atmosphere.
Can I
Often
pause
with
this
more
real quick?
stakes
Nope,
than
I
your
can't.
typical crime scene. But that is the point.
Monk, thanks for the raid.
I suppose that's fair.
Appreciate it. Come on in,
What about
guys.
today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures.
Yeah, guys, we're playing a game.
I imagine you're reeling from
That kind of gives you a bit of a hint of what's going on right now.
There is still spectacle, stimulation, and release.
How's it going, Monk? Thank you again for the raid. Appreciate it.
I like to let life entertain me.
Hope you had a good stream. There we go. We'll hold there while I do a welcome. Guys, coming in. My name is Iron Wolf, or Matt if you prefer, and we are playing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. We picked this game up after like a year away from it, and I'm just carrying on where I left off. I had to watch some of my old VOD content to remind myself what was going on. But we recently finished Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, which is all rolled out fully on my YouTube channel, and I'm now putting this out as well, my old part of the playthrough before catching up to this one. And we've arrived at a high society party to find a dead body. And this guy has kind of lured us here as if to be like, oh, maybe you can solve this murder now that you're here. You know, and we're like, okay. So it was all right. Excellent. Before we got started here today, we played a demo as well. We played, what was it called again? Campsite game. Campsite hustle. Basically shopkeeping, but, you know, on a campsite. And being able to set up your own little camping site and put the showers and toilets in and stuff. First person perspective, you know, and you stock the shelves and run the shop, and it looked pretty good. Coming out next year, so I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah. So, yeah, welcome again, guys. Anybody who wants to leave, you can do, obviously, you know, if you're just popping in for the raid to say hello and check things out. But if you want to stick around, please do so as well. And Monk, I appreciate you. For anyone who's not following Monk, here's the shout out for him. Boom. There's his channel link. Go check it out. Monk's a good dude. I've always enjoyed watching Monk. What were you playing, by the way? Let's see. Does it tell me what you were playing? Lost Skies. Is that the airship type game? It is, isn't it? How was it? All right, let's see. Let's start with this. How did he find this body?
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the
Of course, he
rehearsal
was to play that.
unsuccessful?
Huh, who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking.
I
so
bet he
told
was.
him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts.
It's like you took so long to get here.
Perhaps.
Well, I had other cases to do, Vogel. I got distracted. 3 hours in and you're in the airship construction phase. Need to grind some materials. Ah, okay. I think I was looking at that game a while ago. Is that in early access still, or is it like a full release? But I do remember seeing an airship building game which looked pretty damn good. I'll have a look at it later on and see if it's the one I was looking at, because I can't remember the name. Okay, does this guy know the victim?
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew
It
Fabio.
left in September,
Wanted
early
to.
access. Ah,
His
so it's been released since then.
was the talk
Nice.
of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed.
Either this or a loft.
Fat wallets.
Yeah, maybe a loft I might be thinking of.
He offered the pleasures of performance and more.
Okay. So tell me about Mr. Manchios then. Who runs this party?
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
and the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
Yeah, he sounds like a regular community pillar.
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
You
That
suspected,
detail
but you
made
didn't
me
try.
Major Werner, well done. So you returned later, only to find the lock was not blocked.
Oh,
Correct.
so he did try.
After
Okay.
an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
Okay.
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities...
That's kind of the
to be
point of these masquerades.
Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promise.
But you haven't left yet.
relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
I don't know what to make of this Vogel character. He's clearly playing with us. He's clearly toying with Sherlock, you know? I still kind of stand by the theory that maybe he's Moriarty in some way, who's just here like on holiday, just messing around, and is like, oh, that's that young Sherlock guy. I'll just fuck with him a little bit. But I don't think so, really. I don't know, though. Well, I'm still keeping that theory in my back pocket.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil, not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
He has villain
So
glasses,
this
he
ritual
does.
is
It's the
not
glasses.
fertility rite. What was it meant to
Yeah.
look like?
It begins with a woman.
They're interesting, though,
in a
with those little
flower
side
bed
windows.
water. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle.
So he was supposed to do the oil covering.
Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
Good, I'm glad you put that bit.
Intercourse is not?
And is it consensual?
You to be such a prude. Are you a virgin?
Hey!
It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots.
So it was Matista that was supposed to be this,
I
yeah.
haven't seen her today, actually.
So, Sherry.
He
you have
hasn't
any
seen
ideas
it
about the
today.
case?
Perhaps, perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Yes. Vogel stabbed him and pretended like the lock was locked, but he's already admitted to having a key and telling us, but I couldn't get in because there was a key blocking the lock from the other side. Happy lurking, monk, thank you. You go get some food, drink, that kind of stuff. Decompress after the stream. Keep grinding those mats indeed, yes. Okay, so let us review the cases. Vogel's testimony. Let me just double check this because we were talking through it, so I might have missed a couple of key details. Vogel gave me a key so I could talk to someone in the room named Fabio. So I could talk to someone in the named Fabio in the altar room. Fabio was dead when I found him. Vogel was invited as a special guest. He was supposed to be part of the ritual. The door was locked the first time he tried to enter the room to talk to Fabio. After an hour, Vogel tried again, and this time, nothing blocked the keyhole from the inside he was able to enter. According to Vogel, Fabio was a performer and an entertainer for rich guests. Matista was Fabio's fellow artist, and she worked with him. Talon! What? Resubbing? Kissy face? 25 months! Dude, how are you feeling? I do hope you're feeling better. You've been having it rough lately. How are things? But thank you for that resub. I do appreciate you, and I appreciate you resubbing. How is life? Okay, so Matista was Fabio's fellow artist. She worked with him. Mr. Manchios is the owner of the mansion and the organizer of the rituals. Still sick, still coughing, feeling better bit by bit. Nice, that's what we like, the bit by bit part. Always good. Okay, so key to the altar room is... Still part of my thingy. Yeah. Oh, what else was there? We just wanted to double check. A couple of other details. The note from Manchios to Matista, who was supposed to be part of the ritual. So Matista was going to be the Gaia standing. Vogel here was supposed to oil her down during the chanting. Fabio was supposed to come in and have sex with her on the altar. And then he was supposed to stab her fakely with a dagger. But we've instead found Fabio stabbed with the dagger on the altar instead. No Matista in sight. And we do know whoever did the stabbing also has an injured hand of some kind. Found a scenario with a ritual. Rehearse this rite, Manchios. And this was a letter, I think, to Fabio. Tables in the dressing room were for the performers, stored their personal belongings there. Fabio's key was still on the table. Matista's table has a note. One could expect she had a key too. And Vogel has a key, because of course he was supposed to be able to come in and lock the door behind him, because he was going to be part of the ritual and he was supposed to... John, get out of there! Bro! Jesus. So, yeah. And... we know an altercation happened in this room over here. Somebody got whacked with a bottle. There's blood on the floor. A little bit. There's also blood on the arm of the chair. We can't see it now, though, for some reason. But there was a bloody handprint on the chair, and blood drops there. You can kind of see the little circular... oh, God, my dead zone on this freaking controller. Non-existent. Little circular splotches. And the handprint on here is a left hand, like a palm print. And then a left palm print on the door here as well, going to here. And the guy has a smack on the side of the head. I mean, also, whoever did the stabbing didn't necessarily have to be injured, right? They didn't have to be injured, they just had to have had blood on their hand, I suppose, so... Thanks for voting in the poll, by the way, sadly. That's, there's a tie. I didn't catch up on the poll. Man, I want to watch you play Cyberpunk. But, yeah, you have to settle that tiebreaker, I suppose, however you see fit. Both of the options that were in front were good options, you know. But you're welcome. I'm glad to vote, you know. Okay, so do we want to Mind Palace anything first before we try this? Oh, we've only got 3 things. Fabio has a golden ritual dagger in his chest, a sigil on the stomach, and the symbols on the blood on the wall. And he died on the altar, and he remains untouched. But can we link those? Yes. Killed in a ritual murder. In an occult ritual. I mean... I'm not going to say this was an occult ritual murder so much as somebody mocked the occult ritualism in order to kill this person and probably just did so because they had a falling out. His key, though, that doesn't track with that. Okay, that's all we get for now. So let's work on some assumptions. Let's let Sherlock lay down and let John run around and paint the room with circumstances. Let's see, so what's over here? So a key goes in the door from an unknown party, not Fabio. Fabio's key was on the desk. Somebody was holding the door shut. No, he said the keyhole was blocked. That's what Vogel told us, and we can assume it was not Fabio's key because his key is in there. And whoever left locked the door behind them, so they had a key of their own. So they would use their own key, not Fabio's. No, the bottle wasn't used. Was there a struggle here? I don't see the dagger. Oh, that's strangulation. No, there was no strangling. No strangling? The stab in the thing. He was probably knocked out by this point as well, right? Although, gripping the cloth on the altar? Yeah, no, it's this one. Okay, so what we had going on, let's start over here as well. The thing I like that's different in The Awakened from this is that when you're doing these, in The Awakened, it at least showed you at what point in the sequence of events you were working with, as opposed to just picking out what happened in each place, and then it tells you the sequence of events afterwards. You could see where you were in the track. There was like a sequence of track at the top that had multiple orbs that would illuminate when you were in the area for each one, so you knew yourself how to put the scene together. I feel like that was a better way to do that, so if they do a chapter 2, I do hope they use that system. Okay, so stabbing here, no. That would imply that Fabio has like a stab wound in his arm. In fact, that's not even where he was stabbed. That's in the, like, to the side of the chest. But there is a smack with a bottle, which we can say happened. But what are the other options? And it showed you how many options there were. So you didn't just keep cycling through aimlessly. And whether or not you had all of them. So there's that. Uh-huh. Okay, so he is being struck in the left side. Why would he leave blood drops there? However, when the left side of this guy's head is over here, that doesn't look right to me. And that's the wrong hand. Ugh. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Like, that literally doesn't line up with the evidence, but okay. And the body was there for some time. Makes it seem like somebody was standing here, steadying themselves against the chair while they dripped blood on the floor. That would have created a line of blood. That doesn't add up at all. None of that does. I mean, we could say it's this one, and then he turned around and steadied himself. There's literally nothing for this bit. And then there's stuff going on back here. And then we have the assailant washed off and changed clothes. What else could be in here? No, Fabio didn't wash himself off after dying. That's not physically possible. They stashed their clothes in here. And again, the only other option is going to be Fabio, right? Yeah. Alright. Okay. So whoever it was came in and locked the door and left the key in the door, speaking to premeditation, because they didn't want to be disturbed. They walked in and clonked him with a bottle. Might well be that he dragged himself out of the room and was here for a while. If he was being dragged by the person, I don't see it. I don't see them, like... If that's the answer, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. Because I don't see them, like, being... You know what, let's wait here for a minute and let the guy drip several drips of blood here. Because the clue is the guy was here for a while. I expected to see him standing, holding the chair arm with the left hand, leaning over, and blood coming out of the head. And there's nothing here to signify anything about, the thingy, the handprint, that they could have passed out, and then the assailant could have brought them to the altar and stabbed them. Yeah. Let's just see if this works. It probably won't.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Shut up, John. It's not my fault the evidence is misleading. Fine, it's this.
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt,
they did
the
that
murderer
afterwards.
locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor, not moving.
Look, that's how I solve cases, Vogel. Shut up. Now I have Mind Palace things. Okay, so we can talk afterwards, but oh, we got a few things here now. So more for the circumstances. He was assaulted in a nearby room. Oh, that gives us a split. Fabio was killed in a ritual murder and was sacrificed on the altar during an occult ritual. The thing is, if it was an occult ritual, you would think the occultist would actually adhere to the ritual in question, instead of just hijacking a different ritual. So no, the ritual was a cover, staged to cover the true motive of a murder. I'm going to go with that for now. We can always change it. The murderer cleaned their self, not themself. Fabio was assaulted in a room nearby. Yeah, those don't work together. I know the keys will go together. The altar room was locked and unlocked. So that comes to the murderer had a key to the room. Murderer in possession of a key to the altar room and locked the door. Casebook has been updated. And these two don't go together at all. Okay, casebook. It is clear the murderer had a key. If I find out who had a key to the altar room, it'll shrink a circle of suspects. The murderer attacked Fabio in the smoking lounge, striking the head with a wine bottle, attacked to hurry to lock the door from the inside using their key. Dying Fabio dragged to the altar. Attacker pierced the chest with a ritual dagger, used the blood to draw the occult symbol around the altar. The murderer hid bloodstained clothes and washed blood. Okay, let's talk to Vogel.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes.
He was stabbed!
But only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. Do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working
You'd make a
alone,
good detective,
and
Vogel.
The murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be...
Because I was busy doing another case. Oh, Jesus. As ever, Werner, you seem to be as sharp as a razor.
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Yeah, he probably had enough keys to give to the people who needed to come in to rehearse the ritual in
entertaining his
private.
Guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him.
All right, so we
But
need to look for
please
that
be
guy.
discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Please be discreet. I will be nothing of the sort. My investigation methods are basically brick through window.
I know you can untangle this mess.
Okay, we can't talk to him anymore. I will go and find these people. That's how Sherlock opens doors. He runs into them head first and headbutts them open. A mask with golden stars. They don't look... Oh, they look like star patterns. Yeah, there's two people with that mask, though. I'm looking for somebody with a very uniquely, overly embellished mask. Would they be in here? No, I can't get in there. Or there. It's the confessional booths. They're constantly in use at this kind of event. He's supposed to be in the main hall among the guests, wears a mask with golden stars. He is nervous. Obviously, I would imagine so. So we're looking for someone not at ease. Probably the guy on the couch who's sitting down to kind of calm his nerves. He wouldn't be in here, because this is not the main room. John's in here, chilling, like a villain. Yeah, I think it's the guy sitting in the couch over here. He's just not feeling the social vibe. Hello?
I need a rest from my insatiable wife.
No, that guy's just nervous for a different reason. Okay. Hello, Nanny! Doing good? How are you? Nice to see you. Come on in. Okay, this guy's also not engaging with people and has a drink. That's a nervous man if I ever saw one.
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
Yes, because that's
As you
my
wish,
name.
Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
You don't want anyone to hear us talking about the murdered man in the other room? Oh, my bad. Tell me about Fabio.
Did you know Fabio well?
People are starting to look at us, Sherlock. Change the subject. I can't believe.
Well, let's
what
go
happened
somewhere else.
to me.
Bro,
Such an
let's go into a side room.
Think what it means for me. A wonderful evening for so many good, influential, and rich.
So many
people
good
has been
good
ruined.
people. Yes, these are good
I've
people,
betrayed
everybody.
all
Remember
my
that.
Promises of exotic delights.
I don't understand. Surely a murder would affect your reputation to a greater extent.
Please, isn't this why you are here? I thought you were a silent magician. Do your tricks and make it go away.
You've mistaken me for a crime scene cleaner, sir. What would you like me to do? Dissolve the body in acid? Ugh.
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos.
Santos.
Who is that?
That's the first
Santos
time we've heard that
Pinchetti,
name.
my major domo. In his opinion, at least.
Ah. Where is he?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Do you
Of
have an
course,
interrogation
of course.
room?
Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on? Praise filth. You're under arrest.
Oh no, it's the Popo! Yo, what the fuck is this police raid? It's brutality! There's Sparta! Jesus, this took a weird turn. Whoa, what's with that white and gold engraved revolver? This guy, get off the fountain! That's expensive wine! Am I in cuffs? Don't you know who I am? I've helped you solve multiple murders. Well, this kind of...
Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. Your Grace.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we have Vogel in this letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Oh,
Did you say
no.
Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
Yes, do you have a problem with that too? You knew her?
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
I
Cool.
didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
You know what would be really funny here is if we've been like... we've been like brought in for this case, the cops raid the place, they solve the case while we're in cuffs, and then it's like, oh, but the whole point was we might get more information about our mother anyway, and this guy's like, oh, I can help you with that, and it's like, never mind that case, we already caught the bad guy. It was the, you know, it was the butler who did it, with the wine bottle in the smoking room, and the ritual dagger on the altar. No. This, it's like there's no actual case. You begin a case only to have it taken away from you. That would be pretty funny if that's going on here, but I don't think so. We must still have to help them solve the case. Yeah. Well, let's negotiate, shall we?
Perhaps we can negotiate. I could be quite useful.
I've already solved several of your
you have,
cases,
right.
so...
You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
Sorry,
I'm
what?
all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have.
Is your first name Lee?
Find the murderer. Be a real
Because I
copper.
have problems with that.
Question the suspects. Make them sing. Give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel
Harvey
was a
Oswald.
suspect?
That is a name to
You
remember,
can take your
ladies and
favourite
gentlemen.
degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you.
Who's going to save you from my
Anybody
brother?
asks, then you're a consulting detective.
There
Let's
it
make a start.
is.
Partner.
Partner.
I'm glad
Just
we managed to get the scoop before.
Do me a favor there, sir. Please don't assassinate any presidents of the United States while I'm trying to solve your case. And we've got a deal. Alright, well, I guess I'm looking at this shit. Report number 6260, following a report from a witness of a satanic ritual who claimed to have found the body. So somebody... Oh my god. Alright. Whoever reported this is our chief suspect, because they're the only other person who could have known about the dead body, and they're getting out ahead of it. In fact, could very well be that killing the guy was meant to break the party up to begin with. A witness of a satanic ritual who claimed to have found the body, the raid on the Manchios mansion was granted. We got a warrant. It resulted in the arrest of multiple suspects, dispersal of a group in masks and robes caught in acts of gross indecency and unnatural behavior. Yeah, sex is so unnatural, guys. The body of the victim was found lying on an altar with a knife wound in his chest. The officers identified the victim, Fabio, 20, as a local performer and artist, and arrested suspects. V. Vogel. Vogel had a letter of an insulting nature in his possession, which had been written by the victim. Oh. He claims to have found it on the body. He is infamous for his eccentric personality. He didn't tell us he found the letter on the body. One written by the victim? He has a letter from Fabio? S. Holmes carried a murder weapon. Oh, fuck yeah, right. We have the murder weapon on us, didn't we? Oops. A dagger with the victim's blood and other items of evidence. He was invited by the suspect, V. Vogel, presumably to obstruct the official investigation. K. Manchios, the owner of the mansion and organizer of the satanic party, paid the victim to participate in the ritual, had access to the crime scene. Matista, Fabio's partner, participant in the ritual, tried to escape, resisted arrest, owned a book with a description of the ritual performed in the altar. Some of the guests were temporarily detained for further questioning. Santos, not there. Not on the list. The provider of this ticket has permission to inspect all evidence on case number 6260. Nice. That's my temporary badge. What else we got? Is this the letter? No. Oh, witness deposition. Santos. He's the witness. We gotta rub that guy out. I, Santos Pinchetti, a witness who reports a suspicion of murder at the Manciosas mansion in Gran Seri. During preparations for the societal party, I heard loud noises from the closed altar room. Immediately, I thought of a sacrifice of a living being, otherwise by none other than Kurt Mancios. Bitch is lying through his back teeth. There was blood on the walls, strange symbols, and a dagger in the heart. He knows those details means he's seen the room. At the very least. We can clearly, say that for a fact. Whether he did it, we have to prove. Or disprove, and find who really did it. As soon as I was able to think clearly, I rushed to the police station to report my findings. The station responded to the deposition by sending a patrol, while witnesses left the station and went home. Yeah, no, it's more likely he and Mancios have had a big falling out, and this was his way of framing him for murder by killing the other guy. Alright. Well, that looks like...
Look, I found Werner.
You have? Where is he? Oh, over there? Is he dead? Man, I've got a lot of questions to ask people here. Shit. You know what? Fetching as the robe is. Let's get back to the huge. Just change in the hallway. This cop's like, bro, seriously, you should have done that in there. I didn't need to see that. Oh, but look over here. I guess we're gonna have to question these suspects, aren't we? Yeah. There's nobody in there, nobody in there. Vogel! Oh man, they put you in like the oubliette.
Werner, are you all right?
Oh, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of
They
course.
should.
Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I don't know your innocence until I prove it, do I? You had a key to the room. Your entire testimony up to, this whole thing could be false. All we have is his word that he tried to get into the room, couldn't because another key was obstructing the door, and then he came back an hour later. And a room full of drunk, drugged up, unreliable witnesses, all with masks, so nobody knows who anyone is. He could be lying. He could have killed the guy himself and then thought, I'll trick Sherlock into clearing me. I'll tell him I wouldn't lie for him, because if I don't have proof, I don't know you're innocent, do I?
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
Because you're a
That is
scumbag.
absurd.
I don't like
can
you.
resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
All right. Well, look, guys, I'm going to leave this a
Let me see
second.
what I
We've
can
got
do
ads
about
coming
all
in a
this.
minute, and I do need a quick bio break. Probably a good time to take a quick stop here, and we'll be back in 3 minutes once the ads have run, guys. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon. Or if you're going to go somewhere, be back here in 3 minutes. Go get a drink or something, and I'll see you soon, guys.